Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my seed review and tour series. Last week we did seed 23 and it was Mega Bubfish, and it started on this island, but do not be fooled. This seed was amazing. The video link is in the description below, I hope, but certainly the playlist is. Go and see seed 23. It was blooming brilliant. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. Plus, if you want to do island survival, you could do that as well. There is one tree. Very classic. Should be great. Anyway, we've got a really different seed coming next. Don't miss this. This is, well, let's just say I've gone to a different world. And this is why it is different. What is different about this screen? Go on, tell me, what is different about this screen? This is only a blooming Bedrock screen, isn't it? I've downloaded Windows 10 just to have a bit of a snooze, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to put the next seed is going to be a Bedrock seed, because I get a lot of Bedrock seeds from you guys and I can't actually do them, and some of them sound brilliant. So I've got to work out, however, how to do it. I've already managed to get this into it, my skin, which took me a little while, and I've managed to get it so it's full screen and all that kind of malarkey. So I've played around with the settings, but I've literally no clue. So I think I've got to come in here and create a new thing, create new world. And I think it's seed. There we go. So if I press that there, this is the seed that we're going for. 273680545. Is there anything? Oh, I don't want it survive. I want it in creative. Yeah, whatever. Difficulty normal, blah, blah. I'm going to call it the same seed number so as I know what I'm doing. And then what do? Create it? Is that what I do? This is the first time I've ever created a world in Windows 10. So I've got no clue what's going on. Right, create it. Let's see what happens when I create it. Right, so I can smell what? Yeah, oh, that's your stuff. Right, so come on, show me what's going on. I'm actually really excited by this. I want to see what's going on. Oh, I'm in a world. I'm in a world. Can I fly? Yeah, I can fly. Brilliant. Right, so if I put this here. Oh, that's different. Right, so I need to get some stuff. Why has that just picked up 64 stone? I didn't ask for 64 stone. Right, anyway, before I do anything, standard, I've got to build up my pillar. Right, I'm top my block, and I've got to be honest, I have literally no clue what's going on. I haven't got an F3 screen, so I can't tell which way's north, south, east, or west at all. I literally haven't got an idea. So we're going to pretend that this direction out towards, you see where that little ice biome there, we're going to say that that's north. It's probably not, but we're going to say that's north anyway, because look, I've got no F3 screen. It's not working. What I've got is a little doodad of me up in the corner though, but I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need it. So we're going to go our pretend north. Yeah, it's got to be north, right? It's got to be north. That's north. Our pretend north is this direction. So I'm going to just come across. We've got a really nice little forested area that we've spawned in. I quite like the shape. I'm not going to talk about that because that's not our pretend north direction. This is our pretend north direction. So we're going to come down. I'm just going to come below the clouds so they don't get in my way. But we've got this massive forest area. You can see we've got a tiger to the right of us there. To the left, there's a kind of a little bit of a desert, savanna in the distance, but we'll talk about that when we go in our pretend westerly direction. We've got a crazy small ice biome. Look, it's little diddy. That's really sweet, but sufficient for you to be able to get some ice, ladies and gentlemen. So if you've got your silk touch pick, come to your silly little ice biome. That's just daft. I've just got to make sure I'm going in the right direction. And just continue over. We've got a plains here. Now this plains looks very flat. I like this plains actually. This looks good for building on. Am I still going in the right direction? Yes. Because I've got no way of knowing if I'm going in the right direction or not anymore. We've got a ravine just there, so that'll feed yourself down into the bowels of the earth. And then coming across into a mountains biome, going over another little cave system there, which is quite nice. We've got birch to the right of us again. So we've got oak, we've got spruce, we've got birch, and we did see that savanna, so we do have acacia too. So we've got all of that. I've got no idea how to... I mean, navigating is exactly the same, but I can't speed myself up because my control key isn't speeding me. I don't know whether or not that's because I'm already speeding. I can't tell. But, oh, that's quite nice. We've got a big old flat area here that you could do some interesting building in. A little kind of funny little doodad where you can... Oh, but be careful because that's all gravel and you can end up updating yourself to death. What comes this way? So we've got, this is a kind of a nice beached area with what looks like a dark oak forest just over here. That's quite nice. So we've now got dark oak. The only wood we've not now got is jungle, I believe. Is that right? So let's just continue in this direction and see what else we can find. And we have come across our first village. I don't know what the coordinates are. I don't know how to get the coordinates up on my screen. I thought, then you were always meant to have coordinates up, but maybe there's a setting in settings that I've not worked out. In the comments below, how'd you do that? It'd be very nice to know. So we've got our first village here. It's a nice long one. And so what have we got in terms of buildings? So we've got, okay, no blacksmiths as yet. You know I do like my blacksmiths, but we've got a number of villagers. Different professions, meaning there's workstations lurking around as well, which is good. And the obvious obligatory golem beets there and potatoes. So you can come and steal those. I mean, borrow those, which is great. But have we got a mixture of villagers here? That's not. They've got different. That's like a tiger villager there. And these are plains villagers in the same village. And a bee! 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 I didn't know Bedrock had bees. Bee! Look, I'm following the bee. Brilliant. Right, so I'm just going to carry on because I'm very excited that I've found a bee and I didn't even have to go searching for it. Really lovely river system here running through this plains. This could be some really nice building area here. Oh, really nice building area up here. Another village. And what looks like a third village in the distance here. So we've got a string of villages. This one's quite a big one, actually, by the look of it. That's quite nice. So plenty of kidnapping opportunities going on. And then up here, a third village, it looks like, with a church. Quite a nice rock formation there on the left-hand side. But what have we got on this particular village? Now, they look like they construct themselves in a fairly similar way on Bedrock as to Java, which is quite interesting. These guys, yeah, these are standard plains. I've not got any oddness about these, but this village is a little larger. Quite nice. Yeah, so actually, oh, with a nice plains area on the back end here as well. That's quite good. And a swamp. Now, I don't know. Question to you Bedrock players. If you build a platform in a swamp in Bedrock and put a iron golem on it, does that also, have you got slimes spawning in swamps in Bedrock? I literally know nothing about Bedrock, so do please educate me. Now I've got Bedrock, I might as well learn about it, right? And a fourth village, but this is a haunted village, a deserted village. These are always really fun, a deserted village. Watch out for face eating, obviously. But in this one, we do have ourselves, oh, bees there, look. We do have ourselves a blacksmith. And what's in here? And we've got in, oh, that opens up quite differently. Some apple, some iron stuff. And you can hear the nasties all ready to eat you. That's what you want. Back at our stone post, you can see our pretend north is off in that direction. So we're going to do now pretend east, which is going over the ocean. Now look at how this ocean, it looks very different, doesn't it? To the way the ocean looks on Java, which I find very interesting. If you look at it from a distance, it's actually a much nicer colour. Is that normal for Bedrock? Very, not the scoobiest of do's do I have as to whether or not that is normal for Bedrock. But I'm just going to carry on moving in this fake easterly direction, and we're going to see what we don't end up with. So we've got a dark oak forest here, which is nice. Is it little or is it a decent size? It's not that big, so you could maybe come and do some building on this plains biome here. That's quite a good opportunity. Got a big old swamp on the left-hand side of that. I know I'm going slightly off the axis here, but, you know, that's what I do. But I can't see whether or not... I don't think there's any witch huts on that at all, but it's a big swamp, so... if you come in and explore, maybe you'll find some. Going back onto my axis because, oh, the swamp continues over this. That's a nice plains with another village there as well. So that's cool. And we've got some mountains in the back. So we've got good opportunity for mining. Oh, can you see what just rendered in? Can you see what just rendered in? Look, 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 right on the coast. Someone decided to build their mansion on the coast. And look, we've also got a Pillager Tower really close by it as well. That's amazing. Actually, I can't remember if I've ever seen a mansion that's got, it literally is right on the ocean before. It's they're normally really all mixed in because dark oak forests often don't go on mansions. But look, it's bang on the sea. Bang on the sea, a massive old mansion. I'd love to tell you what the coordinates are, but I've got no clue how to get coordinates up. And right next to the mansion, we've got a pillager outpost. So you get yourself a pillager farm. Massive, what looks like a massive swamp to the left-hand side of that. This is a nice area to come play, isn't it? Look at this. Ocean, mansion, and pillager outpost. All very nice. So coming past the mansion and that pillager tower, we have got another village down here. And, oh, it's another deserted village. That's interesting. That's 2 deserted villages we've had. Right on a nice ravine there too that you can get down and dirty in. Come and raid this fella to within an inch of its already gone life. I want to see what's further up in this direction, however, because we've not really gone very far out in this fake easterly direction. It'd be quite interesting to see what else we can find. I've just got to make sure I'm going in the right direction. I've completely lost my bearings, but oh well, never mind. These things and all that happen all the time. Another ravine there, however, that's quite a nice deep one. And we're coming into a birch forest. Now, have you noticed that in Bedrock, it does appear that the plains appear to be just that little bit flatter? Or is that my imagination? Or is that actually true? Not entirely certain. Another ravine, nice deep one there. That's perfect, right down to the bottom. We've got another village just off on the left-hand side there. We've got another village just coming into play right in front of us here as well. So loads and loads of villages out in this fake easterly direction. And a taiga forest up on the right. I'm assuming that's in Bedrock. It's the same. You get wolves and foxes and things like that in the taiga forest. Is that right? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be really good to understand what differences there are within the Bedrock environment to the standard Java environment, because I literally haven't got a clue. Another swamp, more massive plains. You've got really nice building area here actually. Take a look back. You're not far away from where that mansion was, so you could go raiding. You're not far from a desert just over there, so you can get your glass. You're not far from a savannah, which is just over there, so you can get any acacia you might want. You've got your swamp. You've got a witch hut. I've literally just seen it. Bang. Witch hut right there, which is fantastic. I'm assuming you can make... Can you make witch farms in Bedrock? Surely you can. I literally know nothing. Teach me, senpai. I know not what you mean. This is a nice area to build. Back at our post, 90-degree turn, and we're going in a fake southerly direction. I really like the way, so I just got to say, I like the way that this Bedrock version renders in the world as you're coming into it. You don't have these big gaps like you do in Java. Now, I know there's a lot of negatives with Bedrock, and people don't like Bedrock quite often. And I am always going to be a Java player. That just isn't going to change. But there are some genuine benefits, and it looks like things rendering much easier and faster when you do it in Bedrock. That's quite cool. So we've got a village. Can you see there? We've got a village just on the right hand side, right on its own little island. That's nice, isn't it? Goodness me. You could do something really cool there. Perhaps you could turn that into iron farm. Can you do iron farms in Bedrock? Can you notice a theme here? I know nothing about this game whatsoever in Bedrock. It'd be really interesting. That's a massive village. Be really interested to know whether or not that would work. You've got your massive desert there really close to spawn. You've got more savannah just rolling in. I've not gone to the west yet, but there is a village there too. We'll see that in a moment. But coming in this direction, because I think, yes, I did. I saw another pillager outpost just coming into frame now. And it is right next to another village, I think, if mine eyes don't deceive me, across these hill biomes, which is nice too. That's a relatively small village, but that village has got to be really gutted. Imagine having an outpost so close to your village. You know, the pillagers are going to spawn in the village. That's utterly devastating for the villagers, and that is why it's another abandoned village. Is that 3 abandoned villages we've had so far? That's incredible. I've never had that many abandoned villages in a seed tour ever. Coming out further in our fake southerly direction, and it's massive lots of ocean. I did come over another couple of villages before I hit the ocean, but then the ocean came, and it came with an absolute vengeance. We've got Savannah Islands kind of dotting around all over the place, and then it ends up turning into what appears to be a fairly significantly sized desert. And is there anything of major interest in this desert, or is it just a boatload of sand? And I mean a really big boat. Oh, we do have a savannah village though. It's a different style of village to the others. Quite a big one, sprawling up the mountain, which is always nice. Lots of different diversity of the buildings there, which I really enjoy. It's good to see so many different ones. And then this desert kind of yields into another load of savannah on the other side. And another pillager outpost. Is this 4 now? 4 pillager outposts we find. Can you see that? Can you just see as it rolls into view, coming forwards? I'm sure this is 4. Absolutely positive of it. No villages right next to it that I can see, but there's often another village quite close to an outpost, so maybe it's the village that we just saw, the savannah village. Oh no, it's a desert village just the other side of the hill. Well, at least these poor fellas have got a hill between them and the outpost to give them some element of protection. This is a single towered desert village, but again, lots of building diversity there that you could possibly come and totally take advantage of. Loads of stuff you could raid. So the only direction we have not gone in yet is west. So there's our tower. We're really, really close to this little desert biome. So if you wanted to actually build up right on your spawn area, maybe using these islands make it look quite interesting, could be quite cool. You've got plenty of desert to get your glass and other sand related items. You've got a twin towered village here as well. So this would actually be a really good place for you to be able to do a bit of a raiding escapade. You set up top of the tower and just pick them off as they go. You've got yourself a, is this a decent ravine? Just come over the top. Yeah, a lovely deep ravine that you've got there, and you can obviously make use of that to be able to get yourself down deep very, very quickly. Not too quickly, because if you fall, you will die. I am not even going to say what has just rendered in to the right hand side of my screen there. No, that's a lie. It's another pillager tower. If you want pillagers, this fella is absolutely booming with them. And we've got a savannah village here too, not that far out from spawn, so plenty of villager to be able to should we say relocate should you need to. That pillager outpost probably spying on them even as we speak. Loads of savannah. I mean, loads and loads of savannah on this seed. It's absolutely gorgeous. But we've got a bit of plains there next to that pillager outpost. Probably not the best place for you to do any building, because you'll get overrun with villagers, but pillagers. But quite a nice area to maybe come and do a bit of exploration. We've got dark oak forest to the right-hand side there, and a birch forest to the left. Looks like another savannah village. How many villages? Another savannah village to the left. In fact, a savannah village to the left, and another one further on to the left hand side, if you see, just before the desert, and what looks like another village in the plains to the right. I think we've done about 10 villages so far, so that is not too shabby at all. What I have noticed is we've not got an overabundance of desert temples, and as I say, a desert temple comes into view right here, right next to another desert village. No towers on this one. That's quite interesting. You often get at least one tower in a desert village, but none at all on that. That's quite cool. This desert goes on for days and days and days, and it's got a little oasis right in the middle here with a bit of a plains, obviously backed onto even more savannah. And if you continue going, it looks like you're going into more ocean as well. This is a really attractive a direction actually out from spawn. I quite like it. The biome diversity is excellent. You've got loads that you can play with. So I just did a quick /locate, which appears to work in Bedrock, although I didn't see jungle temple in there anywhere. Do you not have jungle temples in Bedrock? That would be a real shame. So I don't know where the nearest jungle is, but we've got a monument that is only 2,000 blocks away, and the stronghold is only about 1,000 blocks away, so it is pretty close. Now, I would go into spectator mode and see what's going on in all the dungeons and stuff like that underneath the floor, but I've just found out there is no spectator mode in Bedrock, so I can't do seeing however like mine shafts and all that kind of malarkey there is underneath us. So you'll have to come onto the seed and have a look yourself and see whether or not there's mine shafts, because I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. But what I can do, I hope, is go into the Nether. So let's have a crack at that. And we are in the Nether. This is my first ever Bedrock Nether. That's amazing. And we have come in a really kind of enclosed space. It's unlikely you're going to get ghasted when you come here. Highly unlikely, but it is still possible because look, you have got a ghast there, and if it sees you, it will still shoot at you. But it looks like you'd be relatively easy to get yourself down onto the floor. Get yourself some soul sand immediately. Plenty of gravel should you want some extra. Getting down further, however, might be more of a challenge because you are quite high up. But you know what? That doesn't matter. The reason you're high up is because this is pretty much solid all the way down to the bottom. What I'm interested in knowing, look, we've got a couple of guys going at it now. What I'm interested in knowing is where is the nearest fortress? And it is really quite close. It is only 114, 112 in the nether direction, which is really, really close. And it is also right over lava. Now, assuming that these work in the same way here as they do in Java, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect for building yourself a wither skeleton farm. Look, you've got loads of wither skeletons there anyway, but because it's over lava, you can absolutely get yourself wither skeleton all over the place. You've got blaze spawners. This is a nice looking place, actually. What I would genuinely like to do is, unsurprisingly, try and find out where the nether wart is, because it's always good to know where your nether wart is, and then you can start doing brewing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have a bit of a search around for the nether wart and see if we can't find it. Well, I've looked pretty much everywhere and I can't find the nether wart. I just can't find it. So if you come on the seed and do find the nether wart, please do let me know where it is, because I can't find it for love nor money. I even tried to bribe that dude down there with a black face. Wasn't interested remotely. So all in all, first ever bedrock seed. Actually really quite impressed with it. Really very, very nice. Unfortunately, I noticed that you do get wandering con men in Bedrock 2. But literally, as I started recording, they just popped up and went, yeah. Exactly like that, indeed. So, I am going to say thank you. First Bedrock Seed, Seed 24, but first Bedrock Seed, Jonathan Can. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you very much for this seed. Really pleased you shared it with me. It's really exciting to be able to do a Bedrock Seed, first ever. But episode 24, very, very nice. Thank you. Really appreciate you sharing it. If you have got a really nice seed that you want to share, whether it is Bedrock or whether it is Java, I don't care anymore. Share it, share it, share it. Although I don't like you can't go into spectator, that's rubbish. But if you've got something that you want to share, send it now to avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. That is avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. That will give me an email, and in that you're going to tell me why you think your seed is worth me having a look at. Just a little bit of annotation as to what's good, maybe some coordinates, that kind of thing. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club. I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.